Happy Thursday, everyone. I'm gonna give you another walking tour. It seems like a lot of people enjoy these things, so I'm gonna keep doing these if you guys enjoy it. So I used to live in Glendale, and for those of you who are not from LA, Los Angeles really isn't. Hi Nikolai, what's going on? Los Angeles isn't really just one city. When people ask me about Los Angeles, it's really 50 cities all spread out. So right now, I'm in Glendale, and Glendale is a place where I used to live. And it might surprise you, but I am at a cemetery. I'm at the Forest Lawn Memorial Park, and it's one of my favorite places to be because look around you. It's the sprawling grass in Glendale, California. You have Nikolai is in Shanghai. We have the sun that's about to set in Los Angeles. If you look really far down there on the left-hand side, that's downtown Los Angeles, and on the left-hand side, really far down, you'll see the U.S. Bank building, which is the tallest building in the U.S. I'm sorry, tallest building in Los Angeles. And one of my friends named Chris Cooper, who's a fire captain, was saying how the reason why the buildings in Los Angeles have flat surfaces is because helicopters need to go on top of the buildings. So that's kind of cool and interesting to know. And you'll see another building being built, which is the Korean Airlines building. That's going to be the tallest building in Los Angeles. So we're doing a walking tour again, and I'm in Glendale, California. And some people might think it's odd, but we are in a memorial park or a cemetery, which might seem weird, but whatever, because it's so peaceful here. And Hubert Eaton, who is the founder of the memorial parks, there's about 6 of them, he wanted to celebrate death. He wanted to say that death is not a sad thing or a morbid thing. It should be a celebration, because he was a very religious man. And so in your life, if you are in a reflective mood, it's so peaceful. It's peaceful now, like when the sun goes down, I'm going to be out of here by then, but then it'd be kind of morbid. But the point I'm getting at is, if you are in Los Angeles, you should check out the Forest Lawn Memorial Park, because here we have a sunset in Los Angeles. Over there you have the view of downtown Los Angeles. I'm not sure if you can see it. And they have statues. I gotta make sure I don't get hit by a car. I'm always looking to make sure I don't get hit by a car. First I was in Beverly Hills, and now I'm in Glendale. So we're doing a walking tour. The reason why I like going to cemeteries sometimes is to remind you that we're all gonna end up here. You'll notice that Lola was 70. I gotta do my math. This is bad. 81 years old. Some people die really young, some people don't, but Nikolai gets. What are you doing in Shanghai, Nikolai? So we're doing a walking tour. Josh, Brian, thanks so much for joining. Here's a little cool sunset from Los Angeles for you. Josh and Nikolai, where are you guys? Well, Nikolai, you're in Shanghai. What are you doing over there? Do you work there? You have family there? Traveling there? Josh, Brian, where are you at, brother? So here again, we're doing a walking tour of Forest Lawn Memorial Park, and I love this place. I used to live in Glendale, and it's a really nice place. Look at the view. One of the nicest views of the area. Chicagoland, nice, Nikolai. So Nikolai developing a Russian finance business in Asia, man. Oh, cool. This is the power and the beauty of Facebook. People from all around the world. Candace, see you soon. I guess you're coming to my speech tonight. Looking forward to it. So, Nikolai's moving to Moscow in 2 weeks. So we're doing a walking tour. It seems like a lot of people... Oops, I gotta quiet my voice because I'm technically in a cemetery, so I like coming here when I'm around because it's just a beautiful place. It's so calming. This is actually where President Reagan was married in a chapel in 1940. So President Reagan was married in this church, in this place. And they have sculptures, they have statues, they have all these different recreations of famous art. So over here you'll see they have a, oh, look at here, we got the Church of Recessional, Hall of the Crucifixion, Museum, Statue of David. Oh, let's go see Statue of David. Candace, look forward to seeing you. Hello, Jean DeRusha. Thanks so much for being my very firm supporter. I really appreciate you always being on these things. But look how beautiful this is. This is the sunset in Los Angeles. To the left-hand side is downtown. And as I said, it's maybe seems a bit morbid to be in a cemetery, but to be honest, it reminds you to be grateful for what you have, reminds you to be in the moment, reminds you to just really live and not be so afraid of things. For instance, I did a Facebook Live on Saturday in Beverly Hills, and Chris Ann commented that she just wanted to meet me, so she drove down to Beverly Hills. I didn't get to meet her, but because of our boldness, I invited her to an event that I had, because in life, if you're not bold, you'll never live your true destiny out. So this is this beautiful sunrise or sunset in Glendale, and we're heading over to the Statue of David. For those of you who have been to Italy, the Statue of David by Michelangelo is one of the most beautiful sights in the world. And though I've been to the cemetery, they say that David, the Statue of David, is the exact replica of the one in Florence. I'm like, it's not exact because I've been to Florence, but it's pretty good. It's a pretty good representation. Look how beautiful this place is. Anyone likes walking, hiking? It's a beautiful place. I gotta just not speak so loud because I gotta be respectful of the neighbors here. So Josh, thanks so much for watching. Candace, Jean, Nikolai from Shanghai, Josh from Chicago. How's the weather over there, Josh? So as many of you know, I wrote a book about big game hunting, networking with billionaires, executives, and celebrities, and I just got featured in there, and Bill Gates there, or Elon Musk there. They're considered. Connection is weak. And so I was talking about the importance of stories. Connection is weak. Well, here it is, people. Statue of David. You guys should stop right there because it's PG-13. I know I cracked myself up, but I know this is Facebook. So there you go. There's the Statue of David. Keep it PG-13. This isn't some Chippendale show. But it's pretty crazy. This is actually a pretty great representation. Now I'm looking at his butt, but it's pretty phenomenal where you have a statue of David where in Glendale, California, and here you have a beautiful plaque of David and Michelangelo. He was actually 26 when he sculpted David. If you ever had a chance to go to Florence, Italy, it's one of the most beautiful things in the world. And I'm going to end my tour fairly quickly because I like to spend time on my own. But this is the Forest Lawn Memorial Park. They have various replications of famous works. And you hear the sunset in the background. Left-hand side, you have downtown LA. And in terms of the story of David, there's a great book by Malcolm Gladwell I'll share with you. He wrote a book called David and Goliath. And so whenever you feel like you're David, you're this tiny shepherd boy with your slingshot, and you see this massive Goliath in your mind, you might be scared. But the story of David and Goliath, at least relative to how Malcolm Gladwell explains it, a New York Times bestselling author, he says that we all are David at one point, and it's actually better to be David than Goliath, because Goliath essentially is a really tall target, and he was a bit blind, so he couldn't see. And David, though he was a shepherd boy, he would do this slingshot, and essentially that's a projectile. So let's imagine if you were you were a baseball player and you threw something so quickly, like a 100-mile-per-hour fastball. We have a much better chance of hitting this massive structure, or in this case, person in Goliath, than you would elsewhere. So the moral of the story is, it's good to be David, because the Goliath is, let's say, a problem or a person in your life that might be challenging, but if you're the person with the trained skill to be able to reach your target, then you'll get to your goal and you'll achieve what you want to achieve. So one final look of the statue of David. I'll keep this PG-13. I'll show you the sunset. But this is quite beautiful. I don't want to get censored by, whoa, what am I doing here? There we go. Oh, there you go. Oh, there's a statue of David. Let's keep it PG-13. Gene, thanks for laughing at my jokes. I mean, if people don't laugh, it's okay. I laugh at myself. That's the beauty of life. So the connection keeps saying it's weak, which I don't know what that means, if you hear me or not, but here's the beautiful sunset in Los Angeles. Thanks so much for the hearts and thumbs up. Getting ready for a speech. And let's see, I think one person's going to be there. Well, Lauren's going to be there, which I welcome her. The Pieta is in Glendale too. Oh, thanks, Candace. Thanks for letting me know that. I just want to end by saying this. So much of life, if you're in sales, if you're an entrepreneur, an employee, you want to start working on your stories. I have an article that I wrote on Forbes, or I got profiled in Forbes, where it's about 10-pole stories. If you want to stand out, make sure you have things to say. If someone asks me, hey, how was your day? I'm like, be more original than just say, oh, another day, another dollar, or, you know, same old, same old. Think of 10-pole stories. Think of stories that help you stand out. So if I say, you know what? In 1 week, on Sunday, I was in Alaska giving a keynote speech. By the end of the week, I was in Miami Beach, Florida, on a yacht giving a speech. Whatever your story is, make sure they are 10-pole stories. Make sure they stand out. And that's why I created my GPS program, Gifted Professional Speaker. We invited a few new entrepreneurs in the last few days. We invited Tina Davis from Georgia, Columbus, Georgia. We've invited Jesse Lauder from Canada, and also a serviceman, a retired Air Force veteran, Bernard Edwards from Hawaii. So the reason why I created my programs to write my books, people always ask me, Chris, why do you create these programs? Why do you write these books? It's because people keep asking me. I didn't grow up with money. I didn't grow up with access. I didn't grow up with connections. But ultimately, as Maya Angelou once said, when you learn, teach. When you get, give. So hopefully you enjoy that little tour. When you learn, give. When you get, give. There I am, sending you a beautiful sunset in Los Angeles. And lastly, remember the story of David and Goliath. And again, I'll keep this PG-13. Whoa, 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 whoa. So that I don't get censored in Facebook. Oh, there he goes. Okay, dude's naked. So okay, there's a PG-13. All right. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Have a great day.